I've been a teacher for the past 18 years. I began teaching in 1994 at Rio Americano High School. I've been the Department Chair of Social Science from April 1998 to the current and present day. From 1996 to 2000, I was the lead union rep on behalf of Rio Americano to the San Juan Teachers Association. I, for a time, was active in the union. I put together a protest as we were having a contract dispute in 2004. I organized a protest at our school site. And what I did was we had been working without a contract for 2 years. We were now at an impasse level. There was the possibility and some talk that we might actually go on strike. And I wanted to let the parents and actually the students as well know what the issues were. So the union asked us to take some sort of action. It could be something symbolic, it could be something serious. And so we agreed as a staff that we would, what they call, work to the rule. And what that means is that we wouldn't be doing anything extra for the students, sort of to let everybody know all the extra things that our employer gets for free from our labor. And so in addition to that, I said we need to let the voters know what's going on. So I emailed all of my colleagues and I said, I don't care if I'm the only person that's out there, I'm going out there with a sign after sixth period. I'm walking across the street and I'm going to hold up a banner that says fair contract now. So I actually went to the computer and I printed out over several pages this huge thing that said fair contract now, and I'm glad there were people who came out there with me. Several, actually the majority of my staff came with us, and we went across the street and we put out this huge banner that said fair contract now, and we were out there for 30 days, obviously excluding the weekends, but we were out there for 30 days, rain or shine. I remember there's one time I'm holding the end of one of the banners and I have an umbrella under there as well. And we, and after a while we began to hold up the candidates of the people for the school board we were endorsing, and we got some very positive feedback and people going by and honking on their horns and all of that stuff. So I'm really committed to education. In fact, in 2006, I was elected to the Center Unified School District Board of Trustees. I served there for 4 years. I had really good relations with our bargaining units, and I'm proud of the record that from my tenure on the board. For example, we sold bonds to build a brand new stadium. I insisted that we use union labor for that. It created jobs for our region. Secondary thing is that we passed Measure N, which provided for the building of schools into Placer County. But one of the things that I insisted in the language before I voted in favor of it is that the schools had to be green, efficient schools. And we made the language sort of open-ended, because if we were to mandate it had to have, I don't know, X number of solar panels. Who knows if that's going to be the correct number of solar panels you're going to need in 10, 15, 20 years when these schools are built. So we just said that every effort needed to be made to make the schools as environmentally efficient as possible, keeping up with the technology of the day. And only with that insertion in there is something that I voted for. So that's another thing that we did. I'm also happy that I didn't raise taxes during my period at that time. I think that the property taxes in that region were high enough. So basically we had a really good record. We were able to negotiate with our bargaining units, built a stadium, expanded by having environmentally friendly schools. And that's sort of the record that I have. And I'm hoping to use that same record and use my experience on the school board, on the Board of Supervisors as well. Because I know how budgets work. I know how to deal with bargaining units. I know when the staff report that comes out is realistic, and I know when it's propaganda. I'm telling you, if you get 2 or 3 people on the board to suddenly object to something, that staff reporter is going to whistle a different tune. And that's why it's important that Jeff and I actually get on the Board of Supervisors, because with us on there, we build an alliance with somebody else, you get 2 to 3 people saying the same thing, the priorities of the county will shift. And so that's sort of my background. That's also why I'm pursuing this position.